What's up, everyone? My name's Juan. I'm an amateur seamstress. I've been doing this for around 2 to 3 years. I started this YouTube channel so I could document some of my projects and my sewing progression. So today I'm going to be grabbing this really big long sleeve shirt that I found at the thrift store, and I'm going to be tailoring it down to my measurements and adding this really cool chest detail that's going to go span all over the shirt. It's going to be super sick, and I hope you guys enjoy. Anyways, let's get started.
Alright, first things first, like always, is seam tearing. Seam tearing is the most boring part of these projects and the most tedious by far, but it's also one of the most critical parts of these projects because if you're not patient with the seam tearing, you can end up tearing the material and making it a lot more difficult for you in the long run. So we're going to remove both of those sleeves, and then we're also gonna seam tear down the side of the shirt so we can split it up into two parts that's still connected by the shoulder. We're also gonna remove the bottom kind of ribbed part of the shirt because what we're gonna do is unfold that, and that'll allow for a little bit of a distressed look, but it'll also extend the shirt down since we're gonna be gathering material with the next step. We're gonna need to make the shirt longer. So I just grabbed this little speaker that I found that had some rubber at the bottom and used that to twist the material. So now we're gonna grab all these pretty folds that twisting action caused and pin those all up. After we're done pinning, we're gonna grab each one of those folds and sew them with around a 1 centimeter seam allowance. The actual center part of this design can't be put through the sewing machine because it'll bunch up all the material. So what we're gonna do is actually hand sew that together, which is a little bit tedious, but totally fine. Here we go with the hand sewing. Now, once this hand sewing is over, what we're gonna do is pin up both sides of the shirt back up so we can see what we're really working with. And this is what I have so far. So I have all the folds nice and stitched up, and then I have some hand sewing around the middle. The back I've decided to leave plain, so all that's left to do now is the sleeves. So the sleeves we're going to make a little bit longer, and we're also going to put a design that goes kind of all around the sleeve that matches the design to the base of the shirt. Again, seam tearing. We're gonna seam tear down the middle of the sleeve. Do this to both sleeves to get nice flat material. We're also gonna remove the cuffs because we're gonna do the same thing to the cuffs that we're gonna do to the bottom of the shirt. You can see there that I actually tore some of the material. So we got 2 sleeves, 2 cuffs. So I actually took the angle of one of the folds that I had in the front of the shirt, and I put that same angle onto the sleeve so it can look like a continuous fold going along the entire shirt. So I grabbed that same angle and put it on the other side parallel to the first line so it can wrap around and meet at the seams. What we're gonna do is grab each end of the line and fold that over. Pin that up and sew it. Alright, now that that's over with, all that's left to do is to reconstruct the shirt exactly the same way that we deconstructed it.